Hello my friends, I now invite you to enjoy this classic Dr. Groovy lesson. Yeehaw! How you doing, partners? Dr. Groovy here, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com, here to give some of my beginner and or possibly intermediate acoustic players or electric players. These licks are cool for all of them. But this is when you kind of tuck your pick away. I'll show you how to do that and start playing with your fingers, getting some good old snap into everything. I do this kind of stuff on about probably 80% of what I play if I'm doing country. Even if I'm doing pop or rock or disco or whatever, yeah, I have to play it all because, you know, that's kind of how you make money if you're doing cover stuff. So I'm talking about stuff that's, if I'm like key of E. So it's a whole bunch of this popping, you know, that you cannot get from a pick. Okay, so it's just a technique more than anything, and I bring this out because number one, it's cool as all get out. Number two, again, and I always say this, I love to teach the more beginning stuff, and they're like, "Cause you don't know anymore." Of course I know more, but those more complicated things you don't need to know, because if you're at that level, you don't need any help. You know, to learn this stuff, very few people even teach it. You know, it's just very few people even know it, you know, except for the artists themselves, like Vince Gill or God, who are the good ones? Albert Lee and Brent Mason and all these guys. Of course, Brad Paisley, you know, he's better than all of them put together, but it's just a style. So, again, whether you're country, whether you're whatever, it's just the style of actually finger picking, but it's popping at the same time. Bass players that have any groove at all, they do it. Always sounds horrible if you have dead strings. So, if you're one of them people that don't change strings, I'd say don't learn it until you smarten up. Okay, so I've actually been asleep all day like normal, but I just got up, put on the most gruesome ensemble. I know you don't care what I'm wearing, but you got to see this one. Of course, the cowboy hat, because I didn't bother to wash my head today. Okay, and I put on my fancy Sunday best right there, since I'm going to be picking some fun stuff. So I got that, and I got a new strap in the mail today. Yeah, another big one here. Somebody went out and slayed Bigfoot. Look at that sucker. That's not carpet, man. That's the hide off of something. But yeah, I'm getting into the big fuzzy things like back in the 60s and 70s. You know, them big fuzzy things. Come up after a meal, look like you swallowed a beaver. Well, maybe you did. Alright, so anyway, that's the outfit for the day. I'm sure you're all thrilled to death to know that. Okay, going to use the old Martin, and got her plugged in a little bit, give us some more bottom end. So what you see going on here is what we're going to learn. I'm going to cram you in a few different keys here, and I'll probably spend at least a good half hour on this, because that's what I like to do. More is sometimes just more, and sometimes more is just there because it requires it, I think, you know. I know you can always rewind, but sometimes it's nice just to hang out with your good old buddy Dr. Groovy here and have a good time. Anyway, generally if I'm playing with a pick, just to show you guys, I will actually just tuck it right there. I put it between my two middle fingers. And again, I know I've told this story before, but Ronnie James Dio and Gene Simmons had a fight over who invented the big devil horns thing. You know, this one Dio's more known for. Gene Simmons is known for the thumb in there. Only reason is he uses a pick, Gene Simmons, and he plays with a pick all the time just because he don't know any better. And then when he goes to wave at somebody, he tucks his pick like this, does the same as I do, goes to wave at you, then he gets this, and he's wearing, you know, those long black sleeves that come down here, but then they wrap around his two middle fingers also. That's just kind of how they stay on. The spandex from back then are leather. And when he waves at somebody because of his pick, he gets credit for doing this. And then Dio gets mad because he thinks he's trying to steal it. And it's kind of like a couple bitching women at each other, you know. And for all you women, am I saying sorry? No. It's a very... very well earned stereotype. It's not trying to be mean, it's how you are and you know it. Okay, so let's get more interesting background than just the cords all over the ground. I guess no matter where you look, there's cables on the ground. It's all part of it. Okay, so anyway, if you can actually, this here thing, I just stuck a whole bunch of Earl on there, actually the deoxit stuff, trying to shut it up, but that's that new leather strap up against this guitar. So if I keep hearing that creaking, that's either my bones or my guitar strap. So again, if you want to, I actually go with the thumb and my first finger is what I almost do everything with. And if I have to use anything else, I'll use my pinky. Okay, so if I'm playing, that's all with this stuff. So you can see, that's what I'm playing with. Okay, so it's just been one of those adaptive things. So if you want to do it that way, cool. Otherwise, this is going away just so that you know that's how I get away with it. Okay? And the rest of it is how you want to get up with it or get away with it. Other people, they like to hybrid pick, which is fine. You take your, I'm sure you've seen it, you take a guitar pick to play normal, and you're playing with your other two fingers, your middle finger and your ring finger. Okay, if you want to do that, fine and dandy, of course. It's a seamless way of picking, just as the other is. Okay, and then other people, a lot of songs I just refuse to use picks because I just don't need it. So that's the kind of stuff I'll be teaching you. Again, I'm just going to go over 2 3-chord patterns, okay? And most of it is going to be, well, I can't say most of it. Half of it will be the actual technique about this popping thing and how to do it with your thumb and with your fingers and how to get these rhythms correctly, meaning, you know, the phrasing of the stuff and the pops, and then especially the space in between them, and then the little ghost notes. Nothing was played there. So a lot of them are just ghost notes, which are just muted clicks. And then the other parts will just be some cool licks and a couple of keys, and then of course you can put them in every key. Okay, so let's start with good old D, G, and A, just because that's kind of where I was. Okay, so I'm going to use a thumb on the D string, and I'm going to use the first finger and the middle finger on the G and the B string. Okay, now I want to hear that out of your strings. Okay, so it's a method of, okay, so you're pulling straight off the fretboard and letting it slap back down against the frets. Okay, so there's none of this. It's, okay. All of this is pulling directly above, and just as if you were trying to stretch your strings or rip them off. Makes no difference as long as you get the job to get her done. Okay, so in the key of D. Okay, again, I'll try to get like this kind of a shot because I don't do double cameras because I got them, but I just don't do them. I don't know how to put screen and picture and all that. If you guys know how to, hey, teach an old man a new trick. Okay, so in D. Okay, again, thumb, D string. Pull it up, slap it, and then do the same thing with the other two strings simultaneously. Again, the G and the B string. Okay, that is A string. Hammer onto your 3rd fret with your middle finger. That's your 1st finger on the D string. 3rd fret on your A string. Okay. Open D string. 3rd fret A string. 3rd fret D string. Then hammer it. No, don't hammer it. Just play it straight. I'm sorry. I will wake up. It's about 3 in the morning. Right back to the open D string. So you got. Okay, there are ghost notes in there. Okay. Okay, so the ghost notes is actually what you would be playing for the open D string. Okay. So you can do the D string. You can either play that C note or ghost note it as well, following the D note. So you leave it out, but you still click it. Okay, keep watching my thumb and my 1st finger. Again, if you got it tucked between here, you're fine. You're just using 2 fingers most all the time anyway, except for this. So that's ghost noting. See the. So do it if you want, don't do it if you want. It has 2 different sounds. Here's without it. That's all open. So 2 totally different sounds. Okay, so all that is exactly the same. It's cool. And it's nothing but that. It's just another way of doing it. Just phrasing. And it's nice to go from your open D and follow it up with C, sliding it up to D. That's going to be a cool lick. While we're here, let's just get it. Go on to D, to your G. It's just sliding your middle finger up to the 5th fret on the A string and then popping your D string down to the 3rd fret. Change fingers if you want, or don't. Now here's a cool one. That gets you to the G, okay? You can see how it's happening. 5, 3, 2, open, then 2nd, then we're going to the G. Okay, if you're actually going to go staying on the D, since we're not tuned down to D, here's some more stuff. Again, this is the way I'm going to teach it. I'm going to throw licks at you as I think of them, throw techniques at you as I think of them, because it's just no better way to do it as far as I'm concerned. You know, just as they hit me, I'll show them, to you. Just like hanging out with your buddy, okay? Okay, that one is. everything you've learned so far, but adding, which is hammer on from open to 3rd fret to open on your A string. And again, you're doing everything with this poppy snappy thing, especially that low F. Act like you're getting ready to go down to your D. If you're playing with somebody else, like a bass player, he'll hit that D, and it'll, you know, make it sound like you hit it too. Okay? Okay, so that's using that. Okay, that air there again is just phrasing. Okay, it's kind of cool. Again, it's just there's kind of a cool little lick. Again, a hammer on the A string, open to open, then 2 to 3 to get to your G chord. Okay. So if you're a player already, you probably caught that stuff, but every time I do it, it'll be different, and that's fine. That's where you can rewind. That's right, be fine and rewind. Okay, so when we get to the G, okay, so, and of course that's just one out of millions of ways to get there. You probably know many ways to get there, but use this for every single thing. Just put your pick away, I would say, to learn the stuff, and then grab it and see what feels best to get it out of the way without actually putting it down. Okay, good licks here are, okay, you've heard this. Okay, that's just 2nd to 3rd on your low E string. Then you're just going to pop your G string. Okay, this here's got a cool thing, another slide up. I'll show it to you because it's something. Then you can leave it out, then it's something else. Okay, the lick is, okay, that's just simply as simple as it looks. See? All done on the 3rd fret and open. So D string, hammer onto the 3rd fret, then G string, then D string 3rd fret, G string 3rd fret, bend it up so it goes to the G major, and then pull off. That there again is open D, slap it on there, hammer on the 3rd fret, then 3rd fret again on the D, and you can, okay, so those are always cool when you can do that, especially if one's just slightly out of tune with the other. It can be cool. Okay, so it's, okay, notice how I'm leaving my middle finger here on the F note, which is the dominant 7th, so it sounds cool ringing through there. Okay, hear that? And then, okay, that there's the same thing we did back in the D. Going up to the 5th fret on the D string and popping on the G string, 3rd fret, A, going A, hammer on the second, hammer on the third, open D string, open G string, and then that again. Okay. I put one extra note, which is cool, or don't. That's letting the whole chord ring. That's 023 or 023. D string open, G string open, and that's all ringing. There's always some cool stuff. Okay. And other cool stuff when you're here, this is really cool for the popping stuff. You don't hear many people doing this. You hear them do the lick with the pick and it sounds fine, but here's the stuff that you hear that you may be wondering about, and you've heard it a million times, but you haven't thought to pick it. Okay, we're going to do the thumb. If you're hybrid picking, you're going to finally use your first and middle finger. Okay, so that's that stuff. And it sounds cool like this. So we're going to go 5th fret on the D string. And you're just going by tab. You're going 5, 3, 5. And that's all hammer on and pull off stuff. So 5, 3, 5. So you're going to 3 and 3 on your G and B string. And trying to bend that G string almost up to from the minor to the major. Staccato, staccato means cut them off. So get used to just playing that, no matter where you gotta sit, on the toilet or in the TV room or whatever. So the more staccato you make it, the cooler it is. And if you let it ring, it's cool too. You can always hammer on the major. But there's always a cool one. Okay, 3, 5. Okay, don't forget when you're doing this, you're right here on a G chord, just shaped like an F. Okay, so remember, so any tricks you have where you're in F chord or F shape, those are always cool too. But now, you're like, what's that? This is a great use of the ghost notes. So you have 4th fret, which is your major of your G chord. Okay, we're skipping a string, so we're not going to be playing the B string. You can, because it's part of the G chord. So we're just doing this. So 3rd fret on the E, 4th fret on the G. Okay. You're going to pull off your E string, pull it down. Then B and G are going to be ghost notes. Banjo roll, just get used to playing it like that. Just thumb, middle first. That's what you're going to use for this entire little lick here. Okay, so it's the same thing all the way through. Just got to know the notes. Now up here 5 and 5. Again, G and E string. 6, 7, 6, 5. Okay, now you can leave it as open as you want by leaving that B string open. And let a lot of it ring in, or Okay, that's very cool. And another thing that most people don't think about is a G7. When you get to the top one, that, invert it and make it a G7. Now we're going to do, okay, same thing, but we're doing a G7 instead of G. Okay, so major 7. Okay, so you're just doing half fret back, or a whole fret back, not a half a fret, half a step. Okay, you hear me doubling up. Okay, so you can add that in. Bring it back. So that's always cool. It's a cool way to get it from G to C too. I know we're not doing it that way yet, but if you're going to play in G and you're going to have to C, and you climb that sucker on up, alright? And if you're going back down to G, cool to do a G right here instead of back down here. So your 12th fret, D and B string, down to 8 and 9, B string and D string. Okay, so there you go, back in G. Now if you go to D, you start here. Back to C. Back to G. Or okay, you want that lick? I've taught it a bunch, but hey, if you're first time or millionth time, don't matter. It's a great lick. So you're coming off the C. So now we're going to build off the G this way. There's B string, and we're popping. Okay, Mary Poppins, everything popping. That's all I should have to say. So 8, 6, 8. Okay, so then we're going to the G on the 7th. Okay, you can do the quick, that's kind of cool. Or right to it. Okay, so the race car sound and Doppler effect. Just down to the 5th fret, or if you're just going to go straight to the 5th fret, just do it on the G string. Get set up this way. Okay, same thing. 5, 3. Then 5 on the D, 3 on the G. Same thing, just one string up. So D string, 5, 3, then 5 on the A, then 3 on the D. Again, pop, pop, pop. Okay, lots of stuff to do here. We're doing a slide from A string 5 down to 3. Need to pop that one, don't pull it off. Then grab your thumb and grab that there 6th string. Or okay. Love the ghost notes there. That's one of my favorite things in the world to play. Break it down. And add the note in with the ghost note. Okay. So they can almost hear what you're playing with. That is so cool. whack that sucker with my thumb. Okay, that there, you probably know. If not, slide it from 2 to 3. Yeah, I'm getting off all over the place. Ooh, somebody bring a towel. Okay, it's just the open G thing after you slide it from 1 to 3. Then the rest of us, thumb's going to keep droning on that low E string. Okay. Hey, took you for a ride. Okay, so that's middle finger. There's the first finger on the D string. Everything is going to be played on the 3rd fret. Everything. Whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's finish up here. I'm a half hour into it. We've only got 2 chords, but that's Dr. Groovy. Okay, again, we were in D. So I gave you a lot in G. Okay, and then a whole bunch of G stuff that you can have, and you're back in D. That's the same lick as the G lick. Let's do it backwards. Okay. That is on the 8th string, 5, 3, 5. Hammer on pull off. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Okay. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Then 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. Now on G string, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. Now, so we're doing now 6, 7, 6, B string. Okay, that's going up to the 8, but starting with a pre-bend. Okay. Then hit the actual F note, which is the 6th fret on the B string. Hit the D note on the G string, 7th fret with your thumb. Now, back up to the 8th fret on the B. Back to the 7th fret on the G. Now we're going to hammer on from 6 to 7. Okay? That there's great too with some little gustos. Back to the D note or 7th fret G string. So that's the key to it. Get back up to that 8th fret. Then, if you want, and that's the same thing as was in G, G string, pull off, 7, 5. Now 7, 5. Now 7, 5. 3. Bend it up for a major 7th, or a 3rd, I'm sorry. Grab it at the 5th fret. Or do it that way. Okay? Do them together. Another quick one here in D. Okay, it's just a cool one. Okay, open E, B string is. Okay. So open E, C, pull it off, open B, go to the A note, which is the second fret on the G string, and again, pull off, third fret, open on the D. So that's it. And now we're going to go up to the A. Okay? I might not get to the second one around. Don't matter. We'll get there. Okay, so now we're going to the A. Okay. It's always nice to do a good old low E string, grabbing the G or the third fret with your thumb. And crank away at it. You got to bend your knees back so you look cool. Oh. Okay, so that's doing. Then snap it with your first finger, so that was thumb. So there we go. Trying to get 3 A notes. Okay, these are cool licks. Don't miss them. I've shown them before, but they are great, especially when you're playing them with finger style. Okay, you can always do. Okay, all this stuff, but that will be do ghost notes if you're doing your typical A stuff. Typical, that is simple. We all probably know it. It's all pull-offs. Okay, that always sounds best if you can actually play every note, but pull-offs are fine as long as they're snappy. See what I did there with my this hand? Okay. Bass player thumping time. So numbers and tab 5, 4, 2 on the G string. Same on the D. Nice click there. Then 3, 2 open on the A. You can do that again always. Same thing I showed you in D. Okay, that one. Again, those ghost notes are critical. Just listen to the way I play them, get them the way I play them, then make up your own stuff, but put them how you want, and they're critical. Where you put them is what's going to make them you. Where I put them is what's going to make you learn them. Okay? Cool stuff. Okay? The other things in A while I'm here are the open string stuff, which is always cool. Yes. Okay, nice A7. Thumb, and then on your G and D string, you're going to be doing your 2 fingers down here. Okay. Ugly but ominous. Okay. And again, pop. Okay, that's open, 2, 4, then open G string. So you can chop them or let them ring. Okay, there's the rest of it, and there's even more. You can stop it there or finish it up. So that's a G flat and a G ringing together, which makes dissonance, which is a good thing. So yeah, you're going to hang on that. G flat, back to G, hammer on to A, 2nd fret. Okay, now with your middle finger you're picking up and grabbing that B string. All still trying to ring. So you're pulling off on the, after you hit the B string, pull off. Okay, to the G, and then back to that G flat. There's another one. I know you can go back and grab that one. I'm just starting to run along, that's all. That's a regular A7, which is grabbing the D and G string, and then almost the same thing. Okay, but it works in context. It's the same thing basically, but you're doing it all starting on the A string. Then the lick, open 2, 4, open D string, 4 on the A string, back to the D string. Okay. So same thing. 2, open 2, 4, open, hammer on to 2, open G string, back to 2 on the D string, pull off, then 4 on the A. Okay. Okay, that is always great to practice. Okay, you've done this before. 3rd fret, low E, bend it up, and get it to A. Yes, your low E string up to A, and then grab it with your 1st finger on the A string, then okay, there's how it actually goes. So naming them, 3 bend, open A, then open 3, open A, 3, 3 on the A, open, 3 on the low E, bend it up and A. Okay, that they're going in between this. Open 3, open 3. Okay, so one, let's do this in A. Then I'll go ahead and get out of here, and that's only 3 chords. Again, I make it so long, but there's so much fun stuff. Okay, I've done this one before too, but again, popping, Mary Poppins. Okay, we'll go on the E string, pop it on the 5th fret to 2, 5 to 2. Now B string 5 with your thumb, pop it back up to 2 that's still waiting there on the E string. Okay. So same thing. Now just one string up. So B string, 5 to 5th fret, as weird as it sounds, just dissonance. 5th fret, G string. Okay. Now there's the next one. So that one is 4, 5 on the B. I'm sorry, 4, 5 on the G. Okay, 4, 5 on the G up to the 2nd fret on the B. Then 5, 4, 2. Then D string. Okay, pull off from 4 to 2. And then 2nd fret on your G string. And you can stop and maneuver around the dissonant part. The part that's the ugliest sound is going to be your favorite. Same thing I've already taught you. Then back down to E. So that's from your A. Then the middle part that you go to. Now we're leaving out this. So, and these are all just slides. Okay. Okay, so that's about all the time I'm going to do this. I was going to do it in E too, but it's basically the same stuff. But I'll come back and do more. And again, that was for all you folks that just could use it. You know, I know that there's I look at what you guys look at the most, and except for all the stuff that I took down, all the DMF stuff and how to work an amplifier, that was my number one. It had well over 1 million hits on it, but I took it off because too many people were DMFs, and I just shut them down. Too bad that everybody can't learn how to do it right, but too many mean people, so I took down my most popular videos. So again, this is just one of those that are free for now. And again, a lot of the same licks, but then again, it's just trying to get this hand popping and then trying to really, really, really. Don't forget that. That probably should be half of the lesson, are those ghost notes. I do have a ghost note video. It's right here on YouTube. I think it's probably still up. If it's not, it's on my site and that's still free. Okay? Okay, so just great stuff as far as I'm concerned with. So when I play this stuff, I throw in an accent. Can you tell? I make tell. That's like my grandma talks back home in Indiana. She's about had it. She's 95, God love her, and her and Grandpa, they had the thickest accents, but always lived there in Indiana. I don't know where they got it from, but how you all doing? You know, it's just straight out of hee-haw, and I love it. But you do that too. You know, you head down to Nashville, you head to Texas, and I'm one of those people that just pick up on that if I go to England. Right to you know, save things rotten to get the fish and chips and the whatever, and it's time for coffee and tea and blah, blah, blah. So me and Chappers will have to hang out. You're like, that'll be the day. Hey, I'd like to go hang out with the dude just for fun. I'm on the right pills these days, so hey, I feel pretty good about everything except for feeling bad about everything. So I hope somebody enjoys the lesson. Again, I know the metalheads are going to either enjoy it or they're, you know, a lot of them are coming around now that they're growing up, not meaning that growing up means to play my kind of music. It just means now they're hunting other stuff, you know, stuff that people actually pay to listen to. I just gotta rib you when I can, but you know, it's just sometimes it's cooler to have people that enjoy what you're doing up on the stage, other than 13-year-old wannabe guitar players that are out there, you know, like, and again, not to pick anybody out, but like on Chapper's videos, he go play these little clubs, and it's all little kids that want to be guitar players, and there's no chicks around. Well, that's just no fun. It's like Spinal Tap, you know. Does it bother you that your audience is predominantly 13-year-old males? No, it means we have a more eclectic audience, a more selective audience. It's like, no, it's got a bunch of, it's like the same people that go to Steve Vai and Joe Satriani concerts. You know, I like to see some tail there, even if I can't have any, you know, so I'm just rattling. So anyway, enjoy the licks if you can, and learn them even if you don't want to, because it's just something that you will end up using. Just put some distortion on it and it's a whole different thing, and it can be cool in any kind of music. And go get yourself some fuzz, go get yourself some fur, and look as cool as I do with your cowboy hat and your Kiss shirt. You guys be groovy. Head on over to groovymusiclessons.com. Go down to where it says free lessons, enjoy that, and then go down to where it says something, and then there'll be a must be an adult, danger, 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 push this button to enter it, and that's where you'll find all my old videos. So it's, you know, make sure you're grown up, no trolls allowed button you have to push, and it'll let you in there to see all the DMF videos and everything that was blocked. So like 500 videos in there. So they still exist, just everybody keeps asking me every single day, I can't find this one. Yet every video I make, I say the same thing. Go over there. They're all over there. Okay? So you guys be groovy. Play loud. Okay? Bye, y'all.